The first thing we need to do is make sure that Primos are enabled. You can do this by going to the menu, Experimental, then Primos. To enter a Primo, you need to start by flipping your board. This can be any flip trick, should that be a tray flip or a pressure flip. However, kick or heel flips are the easiest to start with. To enter a Primo, you need to use the same inputs as a 50-50. However, there are 2 points where you can do this. You can enter a Primo on the first or the last quarter of the rotation. Take note, so when I do a kick flip and catch it on the first part of the rotation, the deck is under my heels and the wheels are under my toes. When I catch it on the last quarter of the rotation, the wheels are under my heels and the deck is under my toes. The main thing when trying to enter a Primo is timing. The window for timing your inputs is rather small, and if you're playing with Caspers and dark slides enabled, it can exacerbate the situation. So it could be worth turning them off whilst you're practicing if you keep entering them by mistake. Once you're in a Primo, there's a few different things you can do. You can transition between a Primo into a Casper, manual, or a new Primo with any flip trick. The only difference between your transition is the timing and the inputs you use. When I pressure flip into a Casper, I'm using the relative inputs basically as soon as I release the inputs for the pressure flip. To pressure flip into a manual, you do the exact same, but you need to wait until the board is grip tape side up to catch it into a manual or nose manual. Entering another Primo, you want to time your input between catching it for a Casper and catching it for a manual. Whilst in a Primo, there's a couple of specific tricks you can do. These are the Primo kick and Primo heel. You can perform these by moving either stick left or right, and depending on your stance and what stick you use will affect what trick you do. If you're standing in a regular stance and move the left stick left, you'll do a nollie Primo kick, and if you move the right stick right, you'll do a Primo heel. Exiting a Primo is the same as transferring between Primos. You just need to time your catch input for when the deck is grip tape side up. Obviously, throughout this, I've only been using basic flip tricks, but honestly it's the same for any trick and you just need to adjust your input time slightly.